Good evening, and welcome to Supreme News, where we bring you the latest breaking stories from around the globe. In today's news in Nigeria, more than 200 inmates escaped Nigerian prison in aftermath of flooding. Stay tuned as we bring the news in details. Authorities have announced that over 200 inmates escaped from a prison in northeast Nigeria, following the worst flooding the region has experienced in more than 2 decades. According to the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, 37 people have died in Borno State after parts of the capital, Maiduguri, were flooded on September 9th due to a dam collapse. The disaster has displaced up to 200,000 people. Residents reported that some areas were still underwater on Monday during a visit from President Bola Tinubu. In a statement on Sunday, Nigerian Correctional Service (NCS) spokesperson Abubakar Umar confirmed that 281 inmates escaped while being transferred to a safe and secure facility after their prison was flooded. 7 prisoners have been recaptured, while 274 remain at large. The flood caused the walls of several correctional facilities to collapse, including the medium security custodial center in Maiduguri and the staff quarters, said Abubakar. He added that the Nigerian Correctional Service, NCS, has launched a search for the escaped prisoners in collaboration with other security agencies. Local reports indicate that reptiles, lions and other wildlife from the Sanda Kayarimi Park Zoo in Maiduguri were swept into residential areas by the heavy flooding. Those displaced by the downpour are now living in temporary shelters set up across 6 camps in the city. Maiduguri, once the epicenter of Boko Haram's 15-year insurgency, had camps in some of these same locations for internally displaced persons, IDPs. However, state authorities began closing them in the last 3 years to encourage people to return to rural areas. Relief supplies have come from the federal government and the United Arab Emirates. The UN's Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, estimates that up to 31.8 million Nigerians are at risk of acute food insecurity. Aid workers warn that conditions could deteriorate in the coming weeks, especially in northern Nigeria, which is facing severe weather conditions. There are also concerns about a potential cholera outbreak in the overcrowded camps. The region is now on high alert for disease outbreaks, including cholera, malaria, typhoid, as well as animal and zoonotic diseases, the FAO stated. In April, the Nigeria Hydrological Services Agency launched the 2024 Annual Flood Outlook, warning of potential flooding in most of Nigeria's 36 states. However, rainfall has exceeded the annual average as climate change intensifies globally. So far, 29 states have been impacted. According to FAO representatives, 1.3 million hectares, 3.2 million acres, of land across the country were submerged by September 10th, with about half of it being cropland. The severity of this flood in Maiduguri has far exceeded our estimates, said Kashim Shettima, the vice president and former governor of Borno State, during his visit to assess the damage. Meanwhile, in neighboring Cameroon's far north region, residents are grappling with the aftermath of an August 28th flood that collapsed 3,700 houses when water retention dikes broke. The Benue River, which flows through both Cameroon and Nigeria, is home to the Lagdo Dam in Cameroon's north region. When the dam is opened, it regularly causes flooding in Nigeria. FAO aid workers warn that states like Adamawa, bordering Borno, face imminent risk due to an expected release from the dam. Shettima affirmed the government's commitment to finding long-term solutions to this recurring problem, but aid workers stress that more immediate action is needed as existing infrastructure is being overwhelmed. At a press conference in Abuja on Friday, Suwaiba Dankabo, Deputy Director of ActionAid Nigeria, said, "Roads and transport networks have been destroyed, making it even harder to deliver essential aid." That's all for today's top stories from Supreme News. We hope you stay informed and empowered. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you never miss an update on the stories that matter most. Stay tuned, stay supreme. See you next time. Bye.